Hello everyone and welcome to the second day of Vadim! So, if you didn't know, I am from Sweden. Since I live and have lived for my entire life in Sweden, and Swedish is my first language, so today I thought that I would just talk a bit about the language and teach you some basic stuff. I asked some of you on Twitter and stuff, and I got a few replies from my friends and stuff. And that was cool. So the first request comes from one of my friends called Amanda, and she asked if I can go over basic colours of the rainbow and sorts. How am I gonna do that? Let me actually move it. There we go. Haha. Every single video I'm just gonna be like, my bed is a mess. It is. It's always a mess. It's gonna be like that, okay? I don't care what you think. So the colours of the rainbow are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple / violet. So in that order, in Swedish, that is red is röd. This is so hard for some reason. I didn't anticipate how hard it was going to be. Röd, which has the weird rolly tongue thing, which is a r. It's a weird noise. Some people can't do that. I'm going on a tangent, but that doesn't matter. It's a weird noise, and it also has the O with the 2 dots on it, so it's just like the most complicated word to frickin' start with, but oh well. So the first colour is röd, and the second colour is orange, which is not that different. It's just orange. You just change one of the vowels a bit. And then the third colour is yellow, which is gul, which is really different from each other. They don't have like any resemblance to each other, which is kind of funny. It was the hardest one for me to learn yellow of all of the colours. That's gul. And then what colour is the next? Green. Green is not a creative colour. Green is grön, which also has one of those O's with the 2 dots. Yeah, William, that's great. Everyone understands what you mean. It's got another one of the O's with the 2 dots on it, which is pronounced which is grön. There we go. And then the next colour is blue, like my hair. And my hair is blå. Blå, like the sky. Blå has the O in it, which is the A with the 1 dot on it, which I know, Amanda, you have had some trouble with. You don't know how to pronounce it. It's O. 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 What a wonderful surprise. O. It's just a noise. It's just a noise. Purple or violet or whatever. That is lila. But that's lila. And I think that is the colours of the rainbow. And then my friend Matt said, translate song lyrics, which I thought was another great idea. Ooh, what songs should I pick? Should I just go to Spotify and see the most popular ones? Okay, screw this. I'm doing my own songs. Knowing me, y'all knew what song was gonna be here. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the shot. Let's do the first verse. Shall we? Oh, screw this. I should have prepared. Okay, copy that and then put it in a document and I'll do it by myself. It's taken some time. Okay, wait, let's try and genuinely sing it. Någon berättade en gång för mig att världen kommer att rulla mig. Jag är inte skarpaste verktyget i skjulet. Hon såg ju ganska dum ut med pekfingret och tummen i form av ett L på hennes panna. Och de började komma och då slutade inte komma. Matade sig reglerna och slog marken när jag sprang ner. Betydde inget att inte leva för skojs skull. Din hjärna blir smart men ditt huvud blir dum. Så mycket att göra, så mycket att se. Vad är det för fel på att ta tillbaka gatorna där det som make any sense? Du kommer aldrig veta om du inte går. Du kommer aldrig skina om du inte glöder. Hej nu. Är du en allstar? Sätt på spelet, gå och spela. Hej nu, är du en rockstar? Sätt på showen, bli betald. Och allt som glittrar är guld. Bara skjutande stjärnor bryter formen. Yes, art, that's it, that's what it is. Those were the 2 things that I got and I thought they were great. And then I decided about apparently 23 minutes ago, quite exactly, I asked you guys again. I said, I'm going to film and upload the Swedish video tonight. So far I've got colours and lyrics. If there's anything you want, HMU. And then Amanda said, again, she said numbers or body parts, or can you do like a list of words that you would need when going to Sweden, like the essentials. So I thought I would do just that. Also, Amanda, you probably just saved this video. Numbers. What are we gonna count to? Let's count at 10 because I'm boring. What hands should we start with? Painted, I think. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's 6. I know, that's literally just how we say it. Get over it, you're not special. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how you count in Swedish. Body parts. This is funny because I have a little anecdote. Is it an anecdote? It's a little story anyways. Of the time, okay, I'm gonna stop. That's making noise. Of the time we were in America with some of our American friends, and my sister was probably like 8 or 9, and she didn't know English that well, but the people there, they didn't know any Swedish, so they had a bit of a hard time communicating, so I had to be sort of her translator. And it was funny because we were trying to teach them like body parts of the face, and she wanted to help out, and so she started pointing to one of the girls' heads and said, "Whore, whore," and nobody understood it. Everyone just stood there and was just like, oh, I can't believe she just said that. What they didn't know is that hår is actually the name for hair in Swedish. So she was just trying to be nice and funny and just help out and teach them stuff because it was fun. But she accidentally just screamed at one of our friends that she was a horse. So yeah, let's go from here to like down. So as you already know, this is hår. So to construct a full sentence, since we've done both hår and colors, I can say mitt hår är blått, which means my hair is blue. Now you can speak Swedish, that's all you need. No, okay, wait. Ögonbryn. Ögon. So this literally just means, it's like English. This is my eye, this is my eyebrow. Det här är mitt öga, det här är mitt ögonbryn. It makes perfect sense, right? Näsa. Mun. Mun is one of my favorite words. It's so funny. Mun. It means mouth. Ansikte. That means face. Ansikte. Händer. En hand, flera händer. One hand, multiple hands. Plural. Singular, plural. Hand, händer. There's a lot of those things. Armbåge, which means elbow. Fot. En fot, flera fötter. Wow. Navel, which means belly button. List of words you would need when you go into Sweden, aka the essentials. I guess that would be hej and hej då, which means hi and bye. Hi and bye. I was about to say hi and hello, and then I was like, no, it's hej, hi, hej då, goodbye. And then I guess tack, which is a good word to know, which means thank you. Snälla means please. It also means kind. So when you're in English would say, for example, would you be so kind? That would make sense in Swedish. Öppna, stänga, which means open, close. That's quite handy. That was one of the first words I learned in English, and I just opened and closed things all day and said, open, close, open, close. I'm sure that was the moment my parents hated me the most. Hej, jag heter William, which means hello, my name is William. Jag är 13 år och jag kommer från Stockholm. I'm 13 and I'm from Stockholm. What is a very Swedish word? A very, very Swedish word is lagom, which doesn't actually have a real translation, but it basically means just right. It basically means just right. Usually used when you're talking about measurements and amount of stuff. So when you're asking someone like, how much do you want? And they say lagom, it basically means just the perfect amount, which is a really annoying answer because there is no such thing. They might know exactly what's lagom for them, but you will never know, so you can't do things for people, you can't help people out when they say lagom. But that is a quite funny word. Jag kan inte så mycket svenska means I don't really know that much Swedish. Jag pratar engelska means I speak English. Vart ligger, which would mean like where is, like if you're pointing on a map you'd be like vart ligger and oh, I just bounced into everything. But it'd be like vart ligger and they would be able to tell you where it is. Or at least point you in a direction, I guess. Most people in Sweden knows quite a decent amount of English, so you'd probably be fine off, but I guess it's fun speaking the language of the country that you're in. So if you ever go to Sweden, I think there's a few nice ones. Another thing that you will know when you go to Sweden, I just saw it in the corner of my eye, is this. Not necessarily this. This is the Oreo one, but any Marabou chocolate is basically an essential when you're going to Sweden. It's like the most Swedish thing ever because it's Sweden chocolate. And then we have Ica Basic as well, which is like super cheap, and that's the one that most of the people in like school would have, because this is like so expensive, but it's like the chocolate of Sweden, so it's like worth it. But Ica Basic is basically like Tesco everyday value. Like it's their own little like side brand that is like a lot shittier but very, very cheap. So yes, I recommend this. I do recommend the Oreo flavored one. As you can see, they have little chunks of Oreos in them, and they have little M's written on them. The chocolate's melting a bit in my hand. A few things you might want to know is that you're probably, if you're not from a very cold country, you're probably not going to enjoy like swimming in the outside waters because they're still quite cold. If you're used to being in cold water, or you don't really mind or anything like that, it could be fine. And on hot days the water can be hot, but if you come in here over the summers, you're usually fine. But it can be, for even like for those American friends that I talked about, when they got here they didn't want to swim around because the water was too cold, even though it was like 22 degrees. But like obviously I understand them because like it's so hot where they come from, and they come in here and it's just like super cold, and they're like, why are you like this? So yeah, but there are loads of like indoor swimming places, so if you desperately want to swim, I guess you can. But it's just a random thing that popped up in my head. Also, Sweden is very like queer friendly. Obviously we're not perfect, and there are a few people in this country who don't agree with it, but we've legalized gay marriage, for example, and we're generally quite open for people expressing themselves and stuff. And if you get badly treated, tweet me and I will get to you and let you sleep in my house, because we accept people, unlike some people, but generally speaking, very accepting country. Another thing is we take our shoes off a lot. Like if you're going to someone's house, you take your shoes off. If you're going indoors, obviously not to like the supermarket, but like if you're going somewhere like indoors, you can usually see like a black and white line, no, a black and yellow line that is like, it says skolgräns, which is like shoe line, like you're not allowed to go anywhere further with your shoes on. So I noticed in other countries you can walk indoors with shoes on, like in houses and stuff. Generally we don't do that. So in like a lot of schools you have to have your shoes off at all times, but then in like, for example, my school and some like higher grade schools, you usually have your shoes on, but in a lot of places you take your shoes off. Also, everyone in Sweden drinks like 5 cups of coffee every day. Not only is Sweden just caffeine addicted, but it's also a social thing. I'm one of those coffee drinkers that don't actually like coffee. I just like the idea of coffee. So I can drink coffee if it has like a lot of milk and a lot of sugar in it. Then I'm good with it, but I don't generally like the taste of coffee. So I mean, I don't really get it, but it's like a social thing. So if someone asks you if you want coffee, it's totally normal. You can say rude. You can say no if you don't want to. Obviously, it's not like rude. It's not something that you like have to do. It's not obligatory or anything like that. But it's very, very, very normal for someone to go, hey, do you want a cup of coffee? Because it's a very social thing, as like grown-ups say. Like whenever someone is at the door, they will be like, do you want a cup of coffee? And I'll just be like, why are you inviting these people into my house? Don't do that. But yeah, you drink a lot of coffee, like a lot. You have a lot of coffee breaks. So if you like coffee, then feel free to move here, I guess. So yeah, that is a few things I think are quite essential. I don't know if that helped anything, but yeah, I thought it was quite fun. If you want any more Swedish videos, comment like if you want specific like words or things, especially if you're going to Sweden. I would love to help you out. I just tried to summarize a few things. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my second Vedim, and I will see you tomorrow if I keep going with Vedim, which I probably will. Yay! Hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you learned something. If you did, feel free to comment it. Hey då!